Good morning, beloveds. It is September 20th. It's Monday, and the cats are all being weird. I have a cat who's almost 17, and I think his time is coming. So, everybody in the house is being weird, including me. So, I always try and let you guys know if there's definitely, what you're going through, what's going on in your life is always going to inform the way you read things, including sacred text. Not that this is sacred text, but this is spiritual text. So I try and let you know if there's something going on in my life because it's going to change the way I interpret the readings. So yeah, Hayes is his time's coming. His time's coming. But he is 17 and he is spoiled rotten. He has had a very good life, so don't feel sorry for him. All right. So, like I said, September 20th. Our title is Guidance and Wisdom Belong to Me. And our quote is, Thou hast begotten the man in thy self-born mind, and in thy reflection and conception. He is man begotten of mind, to whom reflection gave form. Thou hast given all things to the man. And this is Fragments of a Faith Forgotten. I don't know who wrote that. We're going to have to look that up. Realizing that all action starts in and is a result of consciousness, prepare your mind to receive the best that life has to offer. Become increasingly aware of the one presence, the one life, and the one spirit, which is God. Try to drop all sense of lack or limitation from your thought. The Spirit works for you through your belief. All things are possible to the Spirit. Therefore, everything is possible to you in such a degree as you can believe in and accept the operation of Spirit in your life. There is something within you which is completely aware of its oneness with the power of its unity with life. Loose all thoughts of discord and fear and permit the true pattern to come to the surface. Say, I allow the divine wholeness to flow through me in ever-widening circles of activity. Every good I have experienced is now increased. Every joy that has come into my life is now multiplied. There is a new influx of inspiration into my thought. I see more clearly than ever before that my divine birthright is freedom, joy, and eternal goodness. The divine presence interprets itself to me through love and friendship, through peace and harmony. Knowing that life gives according to my faith, I lift my mind. I elevate my faith. I listen deeply to the song of my being. All things are possible in spirit. There is a voice within us which guides us when we are willing to listen. We always have access to it. We always have access to it. But again, it comes back to our willingness to listen. There are frequently times when I think, well, I should do this, and then I don't. And then I find out later, well, I probably should have. They're little things. They're inconsequential things that I find these things out about. And it makes me wonder sometimes about the big things. Although sometimes with the big things, the tap's a little harder, at least in my life. But I've gotten pretty good at listening. Pretty good at listening. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Guidance and wisdom belong to me. Thou hast begotten the man of thy self-born mind, and thy reflection, and in thy reflection and conception. He is the man begotten of mind, to whom reflection gave form. Thou hast given all things to the man. Again, that is Fragments of a Faith Forgotten. I have nothing. I don't know. I do want to look it up. And if I wasn't doing this on my phone, I'd look it up right now, but I'm doing this on my phone, which is what I usually use to Google. So, okay. All right. So, realizing that all action starts and is a result of consciousness. So we're back to consciousness. And that's one of the things that Ernest is really, it's a central theme. It's a central topic. It's about consciousness. There's a lot to be said about our subconscious because that's where we store things. It's like your memory, your deep dark memory banks where all things are. But your consciousness is where you make decisions. And there's a whole lot of things that we do on autopilot. And it's when we do things on autopilot that we can get ourselves into situations. So it's very important to be conscious of the thoughts in your head, conscious of the decisions that you're making, conscious of the actions that you're taking, conscious of the people that you surround yourselves with, conscious of the things that you do on autopilot. Because there's a whole lot of things that we do on autopilot. There are things that we literally have no control over, like our heartbeat and our breathing. We have no control over those. Except we do. We can't stop them, but we can, like with the breathing, we can breathe deeper or shallower or longer or shorter. When I was in I did the SOAR convention not so long ago, and one of the things that I learned is if your exhale is longer than your inhale, it automatically calms the body down because that is a signal to your body that it's safe. So we have some control over things that you'd think we don't have any control over. But our conscious mind, we have far more control over it than we actually exercise. So that's one of the things that Ernest is always honest about, is our consciousness. Prepare your mind to receive the best life has to offer. Become increasingly aware of the one presence, the one life, and the one spirit, which is God. Practice the presence. Be aware that you are part of a divine pattern. Not just any old pattern, a divine pattern. A divine pattern that includes love and joy and harmony and peace and creativity. That these are all qualities that you have because you're part of this pattern. Try to drop all sense of lack or limitation from your thought. If you're going to say, I can't, at least end it with yet. At least end it with yet. You may not be at a place yet to do it, but the yet indicates that it's coming. So, because sometimes lack, limitation, like it smacks us in the face, and then we say I can't, and then but that's the way you change that sentence, to drop the lack and the limitation. Yet, I'm working on it. I'm working towards it. It is a goal. We treat in the present tense, but sometimes our mind won't go there, and so we say yet, which indicates it's coming. The Spirit works for you through your belief. All things are possible in the Spirit. Therefore, everything is possible to you in such a degree as you can believe in and accept the operation of Spirit in your life. And that also includes having the people around you. So if you're constantly surrounded by, and I'm going to use the word negative Nellies, who are constantly telling you that they can't, you can't, well, they're right. And maybe it's time to change the negative Nellies. You can't change them, but you can change how much time you spend with them. So limit your time, or make sure that when you are with your negative Nellies, because we've all got them, that you are in situations where it's harder for them to be negative. It's like, you don't let negative Nellies in your garden after you just planted it. There is something within you which is completely aware of its oneness with power, Okay, hang on. The rhythm of the sentence is a little weird. There is something within you which is completely aware of its oneness with power, of its unity with life. So that secret place of the Most High within you knows. And so that's where you go. That's where you go, especially when you are working on the yet. Especially when the can't is so big and you're just like, I can't. Well, something in you knows you can. So you go there and you spend time there and you fill up there. And then you come back and you work on the yet. Loose all thoughts of discord and fear and permit the true pattern to come to the surface. All right, so now we're going to move into the treatment part, the power statement part, the affirmation part, whatever you want to call it. So please feel free to take these words as your own, or if any of them do not resonate with you, feel free to change them. Ernest was completely okay with that. Still is, I assume. I allow the divine wholeness to flow through me in ever-widening circles of activity. I know that the divine flows through me all the time. It is what animates me. So why not say that it flows through me in ever-widening circles? Why not expand the love that I can give, the kindness that I can give, the compassion that I can give, whatever else it is that I am here to do? Every good I have experienced is now increased. Every joy that has come into my life is now multiplied. There is a new influx of inspiration into my thought. I see more clearly than ever before that my divine birthright is freedom, joy, and eternal goodness. Our divine birthright, because of who we are, because we are beloved children of God. Every single living thing that you encounter has the same birthright. Which means I'm talking the four-leggeds, I'm talking the six-leggeds, I'm talking the eight-leggeds, I'm talking the no-leggeds, which includes snakes, but also the plants and all of that. We all have the same birthright of freedom, of joy, of creativity, of peace. And to some degree, it is up to us to cooperate with each other to create that. We're just more conscious of it than most of the rest of them that I've listed. The divine presence interprets itself to me through love and friendship, through peace and harmony. Knowing that life gives according to my faith, I lift my mind, I elevate my faith, I listen deeply to the song of my being. And that's what friends are. Friends are the people who learn your song, who sing it back to you when you have forgotten it. That's what a true friend does. All right. Our mission today, should we choose to accept it? I'm going to use this one. Okay, our mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to reach for the something within us that is completely aware of the oneness. We're going to go and commune with that today, which means something in your spiritual practice, whatever your spiritual practice is, reach for that. Reach for that awareness of the presence. Reach for that part of you where nothing has ever been wrong, where everything is divine, where everything is bright, where everything is love. Reach for that. Center yourself in that today. And then allow those ever-widening circles of activity to happen around you and through you. All right, beloveds, I'm also going to encourage you to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like. We all have different ideas, and every day it can be a different thing, or it can be the same thing every day. If you have a loving, kind, compassionate ritual that you do every day, then please do that. Please do that. Practice on yourself because you deserve it. You're a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased always and forever. You deserve your own loving, kind compassion. The other thing is that in times of stress, if you have been practicing, then you now have a permanent habit, and you can be gentle with yourself when you are having those moments, when you are stressed, when things are just being what they are. And you can also share that loving, kind compassion. You'll have enough because you'll have banked it up. All right, beloveds. I always like to encourage you to engage your mind and your body. I encourage you to drink plenty of water. I also encourage you to open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven now. Right here, right now. Always. It just takes that consciousness to be willing to look around and see the good. It's always there, no matter how messy the world can make it look. The good is there. Because you are there and you are good. All right, beloveds. It's Monday. There is a book study tonight. It starts at I think 6 p.m. our time. If you're interested in that, email info@creativelife.org to get that Zoom link. And that'll also get you on the mail so that you'll know when things happen, because there's the wonderful book study on high mysticism, and I couldn't remember if it was Thursday or Friday. It's Friday. I think I've got it now. So check that out. And Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I should be back with you at 9 a.m. Do what you need to do to make it a great day, fantastic day, an amazing day, a wonderful day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. But know that you're loved. Always. Always. Until next time. Bye, beloveds.